everyone. How are you? It's Fran from Ajuga, and I'm so excited today. We have the beautiful Bahia here with us, and she is going to share some of her journey story. We're just going to wing it.
Yeah, we're winging it today because that's kind of what I do to people. I kind of put them on the spot, and I'm like, we're going live.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so this is the first live at Ajuga Tribe, or Ajuga, and I want to thank Fran and Kevin for just inviting me to speak.
We are honored.
Well,
honored.
thank you. But when I saw what you guys were up to with the apparel, I was so excited. I was so excited because I felt the energy behind Kevin when I first met you. So Kevin, do you just want to pop in and just say hi?
I'll come in and say
Yeah,
hello.
just come in and say
Cameraman
hello.
right
There
here.
he is. There's the cameraman, Kevin.
Hi.
And you can see this beautiful light beam on my live. Look at that. Isn't that
That's
beautiful?
amazing.
So we have the light shining in on this. But so when I met Kevin, his energy was just electric. And I was so amazed at his journey and everything that he was going through. And I wanted to support him on that journey. And then when I had the privilege of meeting Fran, when they both connected, we went and we did a sweat together, a ceremonial sweat.
It was amazing.
And I saw the chemistry between them. And then when I saw what was coming from it, I was like, I need to somehow support and be a part of that. Because I know your heart, Kevin, and I've had the privilege of knowing you, Fran.
Yes.
And anyone who works from this place, I want to support in any way possible.
I love that.
I love you.
Because that's how I operate. And it's very challenging to operate in that space in this world right now, because what I'm feeling out there is a lot of division, a lot of fear. Look at all the hearts. Do you see them? Everyone's waving.
Yes.
I say, hello. Everyone. Oh, I have Mo joining from New York. So we've got New York in here.
Fantastic.
We've got all these different people joining. Oh, so happy you're here. This is my
This
first
is really
live
exciting.
since January because I've been on a little journey, which I'm going to share a little bit about. But at first, I just wanted to honor the two people behind the brand
thank
and
you
the
so
clothing.
Thank
and
you so much.
all of the hearts. So when you saw me in January, I had hair, and now I don't, but it's kind of growing in a little bit.
It
But
looks beautiful.
thank
You're
you.
beautiful.
Thank you. The whole purpose behind who we are as people and what we're doing here on this planet. This is what this is all about for me. It's connection, community, it's supporting each other.
Oh, I love that.
And it's about building a heart-based network, because fear, which is rampant on our planet right now, is wanting to segregate and divide us as a society. And when people come together and put their heart and their soul and their passion into something, which is what I do for people through Bahia Energy Intuitive, through the work that I do, the healing circles, I know that we have come from darkness. How do I know that? Because how else are we going to have this heart space and this heart capacity to want to help people if we don't know what it is to suffer?
Very, very true.
So
Very true.
the deeper I feel someone suffering is, and then the more perseverance they have to heal, to figure it out, and to then bring that energy once they start to feel better and want to share it, that's my heart.
That's it. That's it.
That's life.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
right
the
there.
epitome of life.
Mhm.
And you've captured it in your brand. You've captured it in the essence of letting people know that it's okay to feel broken. It's okay to come from a heavy background. It's okay to come from places that once brought us shame, but now we can wear it with pride.
Yes. And we do wear it with pride.
Yeah.
And that's what we want everyone to feel, the pride when they have our apparel on, to feel that.
To feel it and to celebrate our uniqueness. It's our stories that heal. It's our sense of coming from a place of darkness, bringing light, and then it's almost like I have the quote, stars can't shine without darkness. So when you go out into the darkest night and you see all of those amazing, beautiful stars, they can only shine because of the darkness.
That's right.
So when we can shift the perspective on healing and life experiences and what we're going through, we can all become like these most amazing stars and shine bright.
Oh, I love that. That's
Right?
amazing. What a great quote. I
And
love it.
You are putting your star, your energy, your essence
right
through
here.
your brand.
Yes, that's right.
And I do it through healing circles and one-on-one sessions. So we're all doing our part.
Right.
So how are you feeling with the live? I know this is
I
new
know
for
this
you.
is new, but this is great. I love it.
Isn't it
This
great?
is fantastic.
Can
Your
you-
energy feels amazing. So, which is making me feel brighter. I want to shine, so I love it. This is fantastic.
This is great. Like this one, I was telling Kevin from before. I'm like, you gotta invite people in. You gotta invite them in. You gotta talk to them, and you've got to bring that energy so people can connect live and feel people's stories and understand that we're all walking a path. Every single one of us is walking a path, and when we can hear little snippets of everyone's story, we don't feel alone. We find
Yes.
the connection.
Yes.
So there's so much darkness that I've come from, and I don't associate it as a heavy, toxic, or negative energy anymore. So I used to feel, why me? I used to have that victim mentality or that shadow energy of, why is this happening to me? Why? And I would look at other people's lives, and then I would, kind of create a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I started to do my own work and started to go deep, and started my own healing journey and stopped worrying about what other people were doing, I started to realize that my life and my life experiences have brought me to this moment right here, right now.
That's where you're supposed to be.
And this is
right?
where I'm supposed to
That's where
be.
you're supposed
I'm with
to
you
be.
guys right now.
Yeah. This
right?
is amazing.
None of this
Yeah.
would have happened if any of those other steps
Correct.
didn't
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
So I take my life experiences and feel through the pain and the suffering. I give myself permission to grieve those old lost parts and to understand that if something happened to me unintentionally, that it wasn't my fault. So I'm not taking any blame or shame for it anymore, and I can let that go.
That's huge.
And then through that, then light starts to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And when the light starts to come in, then you can start to shift your perspective on something and see it in a different way. And when you heal from something, it becomes your medicine. When I say it becomes your medicine,
Yes.
your story helps somebody else unlock that within them.
That's beautiful.
So when you
Yes.
overcome something, that is the triumph. That is the epitome of being human. Through the suffering, we take that experience and we cultivate something so beautiful from it, which is that beautiful flower that you described.
Yes.
And then everyone else can share in that and learn and heal. So we're just kind of passing it along.
Beautiful. Well said. Well spoken.
So that's what intuitively came in. And then for those of you who are wondering, I've kept my personal healing journey very private. In November of 2020, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I can say that with a smile, but when I was first diagnosed, I was in complete denial. So that's that first stage of grief.
Mm-hmm.
This
not happening to
this
me.
lump,
This is- yeah,
no,
it's not what it is.
this isn't breast cancer. It's just a cyst, or that can't happen to me. I'm a spiritual healer. How can I become ill when I haven't taken a chemical drug for over 8 years? I haven't abused my body. I'm so healthy. I meditate. But here my body was coming to me in November saying, no, girl, you still got more work to do.
Right.
I had to go through the darkness, like another wave. Like this wave is absolutely amazing.
It is. It is. Yes.
Like I'm just looking at this, and this is what we do. We ride the waves of
Light
life.
at the end of the tunnel.
It is,
Yeah.
and that's what that represents. Yeah. That's the huge darkness, and then you just come into the light, which is amazing. Yeah.
So I was in that in November, and I got caught up in the undertow for a little bit, and I had to find my light again. Oh, look at the heart. See, look.
Oh, they're amazing.
It's like I'm so
They're
excited
amazing.
when you show me love.
That's amazing.
Oh, I can feel it in my body. But
Yeah.
I don't know who's blasting, but they're giving
They're
me
giving you
love.
some love right there. I see it.
So I went through complete denial with my healing journey, and I went through shame, I went through embarrassment and that imposter syndrome. Like, how can I be? Look, they're
Their
blasting
hearts-
over there.
Look over here on
Yeah.
ours. Yes, amazing. Send the hearts, send the love.
Yeah. But I was like, how could I have breast cancer? And what does that? Look, Kevin wants to come in.
I gotta see this.
He wants to see the heart blast.
We need a heart blast. We need a heart blast. See, they're coming in on her phone.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see them riding
That's
up.
awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was another layer of darkness that I had to come through, another level of growth, and I didn't want to do it. Like, I was just like, no, I've done enough. Why is this happening to me? Make it go away. So I was complete denial, and I was wanting to figure it all out. Like, why is this happening to me? And I had to let go of the control. Like, that was the biggest
That
thing.
must have been hard.
Yeah.
Right? That would be hard.
It was a part of what, and I hold my right breast because I'm so proud. But it was like, oh, now I get emotional. So like I can feel into my body.
I can feel your emotion right now. Yeah.
But my body was telling me, slow down. You have more work to do, and you can't just blaze through it. Like, you're gonna have to sit. You're gonna have to get a little uncomfortable, and you're gonna have to go through this dark period. And it was another challenge for me. So when I look at the breast cancer, for me, it's been a gift, and I've taken the experience and I've brought joy to it because I still had a lot of work to do.
That's wonderful.
And cancer gave me that opportunity.
Oh, it's a rough way to get it, but
Yes.
yeah, the way you look at it with the gift is amazing.
It came to me as a gift because, you know, when we do a whole bunch of work, like the hearts
I
again.
know they're everywhere.
And when I say the work, it's like just being a human and coming from a very dysfunctional upbringing. And, you know, for myself, I'm a visible minority, I'm a female, and my parents immigrated to this province in Nova Scotia, and I always had to work twice as hard. So I was a female in engineering, a visible minority, and everyone always thought or assumed that I got it because I'm female or I'm a visible minority. I was like, no, I worked my ass off. Am I allowed to say the F word?
Sure.
Worked my fucking ass off. Look, anyone who says the F word, you know. So I dropped the F bombs, but I fucking did it. I worked so fucking hard for everything that I had. And all of those challenges just made me more resilient. It made me stronger. And on the other end of that, it gave me empathy for other people.
Yeah, that would.
Because when you know what it feels like to be judged or to not feel good enough or to have your value labeled, you know, it just completely strips your whole identity. And I was such a chronic people pleaser too.
Right.
So when I went through my spiritual awakening in 2013, I went through this huge level of healing. You know, and I opened my heart, I opened myself up, I started to shift the way I saw the world and people, how to better understand my energy, and I became this badass spiritual energy intuitive. My third eye opened, I started to understand the connection between mind, body, and heart.
That's huge.
Yeah, and it helped me navigate. I learned how to surf the waves.
Yeah,
Right?
I love that. That's yes.
So instead of getting caught in the waves, I learned how to surf.
Surf the waves. Oh, the hearts are flying,
Yeah.
girl. Look at that. That was really
And then we do a
profound.
little shoulder like this. It's like a little victory dance. But so you'll see when I share story, I kind of go in different tangents because I feel like there's so much that wants to be shared, and I don't want to take up too much of all of your time, like the blast
I know.
on a
they're
Sunday
everywhere.
night. But
This is fantastic.
it's just to bring it back to the cancer. This was just a moment for me again that I had to go through. It's another level of healing, another leveling up for me. And what it brought me was such a deeper awareness into me, my heart. I was still grieving an ending of a relationship and, you know, creating a new relationship with my daughters, and my whole life had shifted. And I didn't give myself the time to heal that, to grieve that. I jumped right into healing other people, and I put all of myself into my work, and my body was like, you need to slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
You have to heal.
Yeah.
You have to heal. So
Makes sense. Yeah.
the body was bringing this to me to get me to better understand the needs of my body. And there's a whole bunch of other arrays that connect into cancer. So we can talk about the environmental, childhood trauma, like all of these things that I've started learning because of this experience. It brought me like my next mentor, Dr. Gabor Mate, who talks about trauma in the body. It took my trauma work with my clients deeper because I had to realize trauma lives. It's okay if I touch you.
Yeah.
But so trauma lives in the body.
Yes.
So when we have an experience in life and you process it, you take it in through your retina and it comes in, it gets lodged somewhere. It's because the body is the inner child. So the body has its own consciousness that's separate from the mind.
Okay.
So in 2013, I had done all of this work that helped my mind create new neural pathways, and I opened my heart, so I was healing my emotional body, but my physical body still needed to release the trauma. And I was doing this for other people, as Kevin knows about my work, but I hadn't done it for myself. And so breast cancer kind of slowed me down and said, okay, you've got to take care of your body now. You have to learn healthy boundaries. You have to balance how much you give out and how much you keep for yourself. Because I'm such a giver and I just want to give and share. So when we can take what life kind of brings us, and when you feel like you're in the darkness, you have a moment. It's like there's a fork in the road and you can choose how you want to go through that experience. And I allowed myself to sit in a very dark place for 3 weeks where my body was terrified. I was having panic and I was feeling fear, and I would wake up like kind of somatically shaking and in a terror, and I was having to process what breast cancer was going to feel like, be like. Is this the end? Is it going to spread? Is it isolated? Like, you come so close to understanding, is this the end? And I remember at that moment when I was in that darkness, I was so ashamed of actually reaching out and asking for help and support, because I'm the healer. I'm the energy intuitive.
Oh, wow.
So a big part of the healing was actually having to reach out to my community and ask them to hold space for me. And this is where I get emotional, because that was the hardest thing for me to do out of the whole piece, was to allow for myself to be in the center and go, I need help. Can you please help me? Can you please hold space for me? Because I don't know what's happening to me right now, and I'm scared. And the support that I received and the love was so overwhelming for me that's what got me through my darkness. That's kind of what cracked my heart open again and made me see that full circle, that coming back to everything you put out is right there waiting for you, for it to come back to you. You just gotta let it in.
Yeah.
But I was controlling it.
Right.
Because in the past, through all the things we experience, we armor and we protect ourselves from the love, from support, from community. So that was like my first lesson through the experience, was let people in, let people love you, let people help you.
Oh gosh, I just want to hug you because I can feel so much emotion from you right now. It's crazy.
So it was like,
well, I'm glad you let others in to help you.
Yeah, but then once that happened, my process shifted. Joy came in. And then when I went through my first chemo, it was like I was met by the most amazing nurses. And we have this connection. And when I would sit there, the right people came. And when I went through my radiation, there was very minimal side effects. And I used the power of the tools that I had learned and had been sharing with other people for the last 8 years, and I had a chance to put them on myself. Like, I took myself and made that priority. So, and by doing that, I started to realize, whoa, I matter, I'm important. And then I had the inner child work to do to reprogram the consciousness in my body. That's essentially what happened. So all of the work I did in my mind to get my mind healthy, and then the work that I did to make my heart healthy, the darkness helped me bring it into my physical body. So now, what I say, I actually mean it, I feel it, I believe it, and so does my body.
Nice.
But it took so much
To get there.
to get there.
Yeah.
You know, we say we want something,
That's right.
but how far are we willing to go
With
to actually
sacrifice.
fully embody it, the embodiment of it?
Mm.
So that's kind of what intuitively wanted to come out tonight on this
Wow.
live.
I love
Yeah.
that was amazing. The emotion is incredible, and I'm just so honored that you're sitting here beside me right now in this moment telling us. And everybody here is listening to it because
Yeah.
this is what it is. This is what ajuga is about.
Yes.
This is where you share your darkness, you share your journey, how you've gone through it. Maybe you're still going through it. What you need from others, and to be like we are hopefully inspiring others. I think we are. There's hearts flying everywhere.
And then I do like a little move, a little dance.
Little Jimmy here.
Because that's what raises the vibration,
Yeah.
right? So when we're connecting like this and when we're sharing and we're raising the vibration, we don't feel alone. We don't feel alone.
Not at all. No, this
Yeah.
is the community. This is what this is about, and this is just incredible right here, right now, in this moment. The energy I feel from Bahia is astronomical. It's so pure, and it's like I feel it in every pore of my body right now, and I literally do. It's amazing because you've gone through one of the darkest things someone can go through. And look at you.
Well, I'm still going through it. So I still have a little portacath here. I don't know if you can see that, but so I'm still in treatments till April 2022, but in my mind,
Oh,
I'm healthy. So I'm
Yes,
healthy
exactly.
and I'm listening to my body and I'm resting when I need to rest and I'm creating healthy boundaries and my energy it's a currency and I give it the highest currency. So every day when I wake up, it's a gift. When I get up and I'm still breathing and my body is just still working with me, I am so grateful. So I always bring that gratitude in, and when I wake up, I'm like, okay, how can I serve today? How can I show up?
Yeah.
Who am I going to talk to? Who's going to like bring something special into my life? Because everything is a gift. Even when there's confrontation, you know, when you have that fight with your daughter or your partner or your family, all of that is a gift because it's showing you something. If you're reacting to something and you feel like you're in the darkness, that's the time when that plant or that seed is cracking and it wants to let the light in. Honoring your truth, honoring your feelings, and getting to the root of what's bothering you so that you can live like fully.
Yes, exactly.
I live fully now. Like that's when I told Kevin, I'm like, I'm just gonna come do live. He's like, oh, we've never done live.
live. What do we do? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm just gonna show up. Do we have to rehearse it? No, we're just gonna wing it, and that's what we've done, and it's been amazing. And it's crazy. Like the people on here are watching, and I'm loving it. You're amazing.
Thank you.
And we are so grateful that everyone out there has showed up to listen to and just be inspired by Bahia because she's an incredible person.
Thank you.
And I hope you can feel how pure her energy is from there because sitting beside her, I feel like, wow, amazing. There's so much light coming in right now. Like I'm even blurred a little bit. There's so much light here that it's incredible.
Well, the light and what you feel from me is like a reflection of you. This is what people don't understand. It's like attracts like. So the vibration that I feel from what you are both creating gets me excited because I feel and know the potential of what you're doing. It's coming from such a pure place. Pure knows pure.
Yeah, I love that.
Right?
Yes.
So we honor that and we support each other as best as we can. Like I love this sweatshirt. I wear it everywhere. And I'm hoping to get another color soon. So please support these amazing humans and know that it's okay for us to come from this place, wherever that place is for you. Whether it feels dark and heavy, you're not alone. And this is what this space has been created. It's a safe space.
It
You
is.
can send me a message in my DMs and,
Yes.
and share a story. This is why we're here on this planet doing this. Like when I show up and do healing circles and I hold space for a group of people, I'm doing that from my heart because I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to have to carry the burden of something. I want to help you see it in a different perspective. If I had taken this experience right now in November and I kept myself in the darkness, I could only imagine what my side effects would have been like.
Oh.
The fatigue.
Yeah.
I didn't really have much fatigue other than like during treatment, that 72-hour period. I allowed for my light, the support of people who truly, genuinely love me, to feed me, to fuel me. I let go of the control and I rode the wave.
You surfed that.
I surfed it. I surfed a bitch. That's what I did. That's what I
Oh,
did.
she owned it.
Yeah. But I have experience. I have lots of experience. So just, yeah. And like my hair's been growing in. And,
It is.
and I'm not
It's
sure if you're
actually-
curious. It's so soft, but I've been letting
Is it-
kids, like little Buddha.
Oh my gosh, it
Yeah.
is.
So,
Buddha.
you can make a wish if you want to make a wish. There's a rub the Buddha. It's like
so
baby
It
hair.
is like baby hair.
I love
That's
it.
incredible.
I love it. And I
Wow.
just do this a lot. And when I do this, I can feel like love going all the way down into the cells of my body.
That's so great.
Yeah, like when
So great.
when the hair started coming back in, I kind of like the short, and it's like a little pixie's gonna come in, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll see how it goes, but
You look great.
Thank
no
you.
matter what your hair looks like, you look incredible.
thank you. I love you both. I just thank you so much
We love
for
you too.
we
Thank
love
you
doing
so
what
much.
you do. You're
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know Kevin, his heart is like this big. Like he's just somebody who, again, like when I first met, the determination that he had to heal and to bring something to other people was so enormous, and I could feel it because it's a similar feeling to how I feel, like just wanting to bring something to this world for people, to give them hope, inspiration, and to allow for more of their trueness to come out.
Yeah.
Let us not be ashamed of who we are. Let us let our past not dictate who we need to be now. Let other people's judgments
Yes.
not hold you back from your fucking truth.
Exactly.
Own
What
it.
she said.
Yeah, just own it, stand in it, love the body. If anything, if I could leave you with anything here tonight, is really love your body. Your body is working so hard for you in the background. Give it the rest when it wants to rest. Eat when you need to eat. Hydrate. And, I always have a practice where I kind of put my hands on my heart and I just breathe into the heart. And I use my breath to let things go. You know, if you've had a stressful day, or, somebody comes to you and wants to project their own anger and frustration, it's not yours to carry. Let it go. Let it go. And work your path and know that there's so many amazing people out here that are here to support you.
That's right.
That's it.
That's it. That's incredible. Thank you all so much for being here with us tonight. Kevin's going to pop in
Come
and
on,
say
Kevin.
thank
Thank
you
you all.
too.
That was fantastic. I love
Amazing.
seeing the energy in these two women. I do want to mention Bahia has been fantastic. She's been huge in my path, creating my path the way I want to go, and I wanted to be a better person, and she was a huge part of that. The best experience I've ever had in a ceremony was with Bahia. She may not tell people this, but she is a shaman, true shaman. And if you ever look into Bahia Initiative Energy online, you could reach out to her and have a ceremony or a chat. It'd be awesome. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining
Kevin.
us.
I love you guys.
Love you
See
too.
you. Bye.
Now, go have a party.
Awesome.
And now you go party. I'm back.
Oh my God, that was unbelievable. I felt like I needed to say the shaman part, but I don't know if I should or not. But man,
Well,
you guys were killing it. You guys
Wait,
were
am I
on
off?
flipping
No.
fire.